Hi, everyone. I'm Kara Sundlin. 1 year ago, there was a push to make it even easier to get your lottery tickets by bringing the lottery online. Matthew Campbell explained how that could have helped community college students.
Once I heard it was going through, it was like a miracle.
Lily Alberto is one of the first participants of Connecticut's PACT program. It provides debt-free community college to first-time college students. The Three Rivers freshman wants to be a high school English teacher.
I also set a goal to graduate with as little debt as possible, and PACT is allowing me to do that. And I know that some other students, some of my friends also have PACT, and it's allowing us to work and save money towards our education after Three Rivers.
PACT started in the fall 2020 semester, and more than 2,000 students are reaping the benefits. Senator Kathy Austin sponsored the bill and is looking for a long-term funding source, and she believes it can come from bringing the lottery online.
That's why I've been fighting so hard to modernize gaming, because people are doing everything online.
So Rhode Island legalized this, and this is what the online lottery looks like there. You can play your favorite numbers, even versions of your favorite scratch games, right from the comfort of your own home or your phone.
This is sort of the wave of the future.
Connecticut's lottery already brings in hundreds of millions of dollars each year, and the money goes toward the general fund. PACT, which costs $6 million a year to fund, would only need a fraction of that.
The only part that would go for debt-free college is the money that's necessary to go for debt-free college.
She says everything else would continue to go toward the general fund.
Sounds like it's not too much of a financial burden. And if it's giving thousands of kids and, early adults education that they need to pursue a good paying job, I think it's definitely worth it.
5 years ago, we were dealing with Blizzard Chris. Take a look.
All you had to do was look at the board, and it was clear those traveling were going to be stuck for a while. Just about every flight was canceled.
It kind of forces us to just stay hopeful, be our best selves.
Elita Vermani and her 2 young children were headed to Hawaii. She knew her flight was canceled, but came to the airport hoping to get on a flight, any flight.
It's my nephew's wedding. In my family, when you say you're going to show up, you show up. So I showed up at the airport, hopeful that something might happen, and take it from there.
This group came to Connecticut for a business trip.
I thought it wouldn't be as bad as people said it was, but it is.
What's the latest with your flight?
It's on time, is what it says on the screen.
You believe that?
No.
Waiting was hard enough, but there really wasn't much for people to do. In fact, many of the shops and even the restaurants here at Bradley were closed because employees had a hard time getting here. Between 12 and 2, the airfield at Bradley was shut down to remove all that heavy snow. Most knew this would be a tough day to travel, but we're counting on a flight later in the day.
Just trying to get to the house, mostly. Got things to do to get home, as everyone does.
You're not used to this kind of snow, are you?
Never seen this much in my life.
Never?
Never.
Do you like it?
To look at, not to be in or fly in.
At Bradley Airport, Susan Raff, Channel 3, Eyewitness News.
10 years ago, there was a debate on rifle clubs for students at technical high schools. Take a look.
It's obvious to me, just being here a few minutes, that the students and the coaches really enjoy this competition. What they don't understand is why they're being cut. Only 5 of the state technical high schools have active rifle clubs. That's about 100 students in all, including Grosso Tech senior Nicole Ladd.
This is a sport. Everybody gets along here. It's great. I mean, these kids love it.
And so do their coaches like Sean Carpenter, who had heard last fall that there was a discussion at the top of the administration to eliminate the rifle clubs.
I simply asked why we were not being approved for next season, and we have still not gotten a response.
They learn so much from it. Discipline. That's the biggest thing, respect.
I had checked with the staff up at Ellis Tech, and they didn't know anything about it at first, and they looked into it, and sure enough, there is something floating around.
We asked the question why early this morning, and just before 4 o'clock, I got the answer from Robert Lombardi, the Assistant Superintendent of Schools for the technical schools. He says up until today in our question, it had been under review. The 5 rifle teams that are in place now will continue, but there won't be any expansion of that athletic program at this time. Lombardi told us that the problem had been in review until today. The answer is good news for these marksmen and the junior varsity squad that will carry on. What does it mean to you?
my life. Rifle is everything to me.
With the mobile newsroom in Montville, Kevin Hogan, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
And that's a look at today in Connecticut history.